Okay, so back in Indianapolis, it is Tuesday, August 22nd, 2017. I haven't finished editing the vlogs yet, so I'm not sure what all you guys have seen. So let's do a quick recap so I can just get you back up to speed on everything that's happened this weekend. So on Friday night, Brian and Andrew came to my house, and then also my cousin Mike, he came up to Indianapolis because he was trying to get solar eclipse glasses for the retirement home that he runs. Then at about 4 or 5 or 6 in the morning, Thomas showed up from a red-eye flight from LA. Then you guys saw on Saturday, we drove to Shawnee National Forest, which is one of the best places in the country to see the totality. We hiked throughout the day. The humidity was absolutely maximum. It was like a jungle. Life was teeming. There were spiders all over the trail. It was really uncomfortable, not that great, but our plan was to film the eclipse from the lake inside there and have this whole episode where it culminated with the eclipse. But unfortunately on Sunday, we continued our hike. We're sitting down filling up water at this small stream, and Andrew's looking at his arm, and suddenly he realizes that he had 15 deer ticks on his arm. Well, after we found that out, we were just checking ourselves, like every part of our body the whole time, and there was ticks on all of us. So we plucked them all off and we were all thoroughly disgusted. We were covered in sweat, super uncomfortable. It was hot. And we were just like, you know what? Who wants to go back and go to John Truett's house and watch the eclipse from there? Andrew was the only one who was willing to keep going. And that's because Andrew is like immune to feeling pain or something. So we immediately hiked back out, and man, we hiked back out with the quickness. So Sunday night, we drive to John's house. It's about 2 hours away from where we were at. Get to John's house, we hang out with all of his friends and family who were there to see the eclipse also. Next morning, we got up early, spent like 2 hours making sure we had everything ready. Multiple cameras with telephoto lenses, which by the way, that lens that I rented specifically for the eclipse, it actually turned out to be kind of a waste because we pretty much only used the footage from our other telephoto lens that Andrew has because it zoomed in roughly twice the amount of the one that I rented, which I thought the one I rented would still be enough. It was 300 millimeters on a full frame. By the way, I think it was Paul who recommended this to shoot an APS-C. You can't do that on the A7S II in 4K, and I probably could have done it on the A6300 because that's APS-C. I don't remember why we didn't specifically now that I think about it. But anyways, you guys saw that footage. That was on the Adventure Archive channel. If you haven't seen that, I'm gonna link it now. I will remember because I really want you guys to watch this. I think it's the best footage on YouTube, and I'm not trying to brag. I just think that that's the truth, and I don't know what the news channels were doing. The footage they have is terrible. Our cameras are not expensive. I don't know why they weren't filming it in beautiful 4K and showing it to the world for everybody who missed it. I don't feel like I'm bragging when I'm saying this, but our footage is the only one worth watching. But yeah, check that out if you missed the eclipse. I will remember to link it. Anyways, that brings us back to after the solar eclipse. We drove back home. Traffic was terrible. So many people heading back north. We got home at roughly 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. I don't remember. So we immediately took all the solar eclipse footage. We edited it all together into a short little watchable movie, which I'm gonna get back to the whole concept of watchability in a second. And then I took Thomas to the airport with Andrew at like 4:30 in the morning. We got back at like 5. And that brings us to today. Brian and Andrew, they went home as soon as they got up. We actually need to edit the Germany episode, and I will do that with Andrew at his place just as soon as I take care of some things that I need to take care of this week. And then things will go from there. I think that's everything to catch you up to speed. I have one outstanding work video that I just haven't had time to get to work on. This week is the week where I'm gonna get it done. Then we're gonna do Germany. Then me and Andrew are filming a wedding. Who knows what comes after that. I think I'm mostly just talking for myself now. Okay, so I'm sitting there playing a little Final Fantasy VIII, and suddenly these quote-unquote mosquito bites on my legs start itching really bad. Suddenly I throw my controller down and I start scratching, and then I'm like, I can't concentrate, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go take a hot shower. That's when it hit me. This is not mosquitoes, this is chiggers. And oh my God, it's been 10 years since I've had chiggers, and I do not miss this pain whatsoever. If you've never had chiggers before, well, if you've had chicken pox before, that itchiness that just doesn't let up, and if you just slightly brush it, you have to scratch it or you'll die. It's like kind of like when you're about to sneeze and you can't hold back that sneeze because it's pretty much involuntary. That's the type of itchiness we're talking about. But Andrew said witch hazel was good for it, so we're gonna attempt to get some witch hazel. Okay, I got everything. I got Technu, medicated rub, Calogel, cortisone. Let's just try all of them. We'll do left leg cortisone, we'll do right leg something else. Feeling better already. That's gonna do it for today's vlog. Just realized that I forgot to talk about watchability. Watchability might not even be the right word. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a good day. See you tomorrow. We got back at like 5. We took Thomas to the airport. We just got a height update from Thomas. We're at 11,000 feet. And Andrew.
Yeah, I had the chance to go skydiving once. That's the height the plane was at when I jumped out.
Good Lord. This is a foolhardy endeavor, I feel like.